What Ximen actually reveals about the US-China trade war in 2026. Everyone's watching the big game between the US and China, trying to guess who's up and who's down. It's like watching a tennis match, where every 5 minutes someone new declares a different winner. It can be confusing. Now, here's where a lot of people get it twisted. They start looking for a secret playbook, something that gives them a simple, dramatic answer like, this side wins by this date. It feels good, like you've got a magic 8 ball for world events. But that's not how strategy works in the real world. And that's like using a GPS that only tells you the final destination, ignoring the map, the traffic, and all the turns you need to make to get there. It's not how Qimen Junjia is supposed to be used. Qimen isn't a crystal ball for picking winners and losers in a global game. Think of it as your personal strategy guide. It's a tool for understanding timing, your best position, and the right moment to make a move in a specific situation. This means before you can even ask who has the upper hand, you need to be super clear. You need to know what moment in time you're looking at and what question you're asking. Without that, saying things like the US is a big metal blockade or China is a clever fire is just fun storytelling, not real strategy. It's like trying to play chess without deciding who's playing white and who's playing black. It's pure guesswork. In Qimen, the same country, person, or company can appear in different ways at different times. So instead of trying to force a story, the smarter approach is to look at the asterisk types, asterisks of strategies being used, and see how they align with what we know from Qimen. If you ignore the noisy headlines and just watch what's happening, you'll see two very different game plans. One is the bulldozer approach. It's direct, obvious, and all about force. You see it in big announcements, new rules, and public pressure. In Qimen, this is like a big, loud, head-on attack, where you show all your strength at once. The other approach is like water. It's quiet, it adapts, and it flows around obstacles. This looks like finding new partners, building new pathways, and quietly getting stronger from the inside. This is a more subtle strategy, where you don't show your hand, and your advantage grows slowly over time. Now, here's the most important part. Qimen doesn't say a bulldozer is always better than water, or water is always better than a bulldozer. A bulldozer is great for knocking down a wall, but totally useless for crossing a river. It's always about the right tool for the right job at the right time. The idea that by August 2026 one side will just win is a nice thought, but it's like trying to describe an entire movie from a single photo. It misses the whole point. From a Qimen perspective, you wouldn't look for a final winner. You'd watch for little shifts in advantage. One side gains some ground, then the other side responds and finds a new opening. It's a dance, because real strategy isn't a picture, it's a movie. It's always moving, always adapting. So instead of asking who wins by August, the much better question is who is ready to adapt faster when the music changes. In Qimen, the winner isn't usually the one with the biggest muscles or the most force. It's the one who understands rhythm, who changes position at the right moment, and who is smart enough not to get into a fight they can't win. Now, let's talk about 2026. Imagine you're playing a game, and suddenly someone hits the fast-forward button. Everything speeds up. Every move is seen by everyone instantly. That's what the energy of 2026 does. It doesn't automatically help one country over the other. It helps whoever is good at playing the game at high speed and under a bright spotlight. The bulldozer strategy becomes super obvious. Everyone sees the punch coming a mile away, but the water strategy, the quiet, clever moves, becomes even more powerful because everyone else is distracted by the speed. And mistakes, they get put on a giant screen for everyone to see. There's nowhere to hide. So what you'll likely see isn't one clear winner. It's an acceleration. The strong parts of each strategy get stronger, and the weak spots become impossible to ignore. So, what does Qimen asterisk really asterisk tell us about all this? It doesn't tell us who wins. It tells us asterisk how the game is being played. Asterisk, one side is playing with a bulldozer, trying to control the field with visible force. The other is playing like water, trying to expand its reach by being adaptive. And in a fast year like 2026, The winner isn't decided by a single knockout punch. It's decided by whoever manages the timing, positioning, and constant adjustments better round after round after round. That's a completely different way to see the world. And it's a much more powerful one. If this little shift in thinking changes how you look at things even slightly, then you're on the right track. Because the real power of Chi-Man isn't about knowing the headlines before they happen. It's about understanding how to get an advantage asterisk before asterisk anyone else even knows the game is changing. And that's where the real power